Okay, there we are, live and kicking.
Woo!
Welcome, guys, for another episode, session 43 of our Adventures in Emathan campaign. Um, yeah, we'll start off like we normally do with a little introduction of characters. Egan's just been chomping at the bit for this tonight. I could just tell. So
Uh, Absolutely. Thank you. My name is Egan and I play Douglan McKayne. And he found, discovered, looted, I don't remember, but he has it, Drift Globe. And it's pretty cool for a human that cannot see in the dark, the only one in the party. Basically, this Drift Globe is a small sphere of thick glass, weighs about a pound. If you are within 60 feet, you can say, hey, light up, buddy. And it will give you the light spell, which gives you light for 20 and then dim light for another 20. Also, which is pretty cool, once per day, you can cast the daylight spell, which, if you are facing beasts that like to hide and lurk in the shadows or don't like light, it's not a bad spell to have. It also will follow you around. If you walk 60 feet away from it or more, it will follow you. So that's pretty cool. So that's my Drift Globe, and I love him.
and I love him.
I love him. He's sentient.
All right, and Max.
All right. Hi, I play Kogaan Dremnaufinstrunmah, Gold Dragonborn fighter, Rune Knight fighter. And I'm going to talk about one of his runes for his Rune Knight ability. We've reflavored everything to be draconic in nature, but in the original version, it's giant themed. And so at once you reach 7th level or higher in your fighter class, there's a couple runes that become available. And one of the ones that I took was a hill giant rune, and I renamed it Ka, which is draconic. We borrowed from Skyrim's Dragonborn language there. Means armor. And so this rune's magic makes you resilient to certain effects. So you get passive advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and you have resistance against poison damage. So that's always active while you have your rune carved upon something. Kogaan carves his runes on these rings that he wears. And then in addition, you can invoke the rune as a bonus action, gaining resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage for 1 minute. So yeah, kind of gives him a little bit of a barbarian rage kind of resistances there. Very helpful in those heavy hitting situations. So yeah, that's it. Also rip to thum.org, which was our official translator for the Dragonborn language. It's no longer active or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that. I tried to go
Thank
there
you for your
today.
service.
I think Bethesda probably shut that down. I don't know if what happened there, but yeah, that I got all the like notes that I have for my dragon language on a piece of paper, but we're not coming up with anything new from that.
Nope.
No, no, I tried to go there myself the other day, and I'm like, oh damn,
Yeah.
this is not working anymore.
Yeah,
So this is where I was finding all my words.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was great. Great site.
Yeah. Cool. There we go.
All right, I'm just trying to get one thing fixed up here. For some reason, I can't get our Fantasy Grounds screen up here. But so just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Anything else you want to share?
Is that the come at me bro rune, Max?
The Ka room? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Come
Come
at
at
me.
me, bro.
It's perfect for fighting wyverns, as
Oh
we
yeah.
discussed, because
Oh
they do
man.
poison damage, right?
God, it just you don't realize how much of a punch wyverns just man.
Yep. Oh, so yeah, little strategy. If you do want to play a Rune Knight, maybe don't pick Dwarf, because if you're trying to maximize your variant resistances and stuff like that, because dwarves already get a natural poison resistance. So, you know, nice thing about being a Dragonborn, Gold Dragonborn, is I already have fire resistance as well. So I got 2 resistances going. So
That's cool.
fun stuff. Fun stuff there. Yep.
Yeah. That's why Colin keeps throwing lightning snakes at us.
Yeah, exactly.
As he should, by the way. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, what you will eventually see is that Colin has been working behind the scenes, and he created a token for my drift globe
Nice.
and Benji the Warhorse. So more stuff. Maybe that's why the screen's not coming up. There's too much on it.
Oh, maybe I'll take this opportunity to talk about what Colin was going to talk
Okay,
about.
I got that.
And
Go
this is
ahead.
that
Do your thing. I got it fixed, but go ahead.
Oh, you
do
got it
it.
fixed? Okay,
Nope.
then you can go ahead and do your thing.
We're okay?
You were going to talk
All
about
right.
the cleanup of the Dark Visions.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I couldn't get the Fantasy Grounds, the player version to show, and we're going to be using that right away. But yeah, so one of the things that I was able to do since the last session was actually go in and clean up our characters' light sources and character vision, if they had dark vision or not. So I got that all figured out. So both Broca and Lyda, as they would, are relying on their dark vision when they're outside of the light of Douglan's drift globe, which is now working there. And I have sorted out Kogaan's 120 feet of dark vision. Similarly, when he moves outside of the light provided by the drift globe, now you'll just be seeing, as Fantasy Grounds does a fantastic job of, everything will just be black and white, as you would see when you're using dark vision. So yeah, we got that tidied up so it's working properly.
That Dark Vision is from another rune. Just so everyone knows.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
He's like scraping it on his eye.
It's painful to activate, but all
His
right.
eye glows like cable whenever he activates it.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, let's get into our recap of session 42 to kick the night off here. Okay, so as the last session began, it was late afternoon on the 6th day of the second Trigon of Elok's influence. The party had just arrived back at the Stargazer. Captain Murfitz and several of the skyship's crew rushed out to assist Fentra, all overwhelmed with emotion at her return. Back in the trees, the howls of wolves could be heard. 4 large black wolves emerged from the trees and slowly walked towards the party. The lead wolf transformed into a moon elf and continued to walk towards the party as the other 3 wolves stopped. The moon elf introduced himself as Olorin, a member of the Keepers of the Moon. Olorin asked for an update on the party's findings in the Githyanki hideout. After hearing what the party had found, Olorin asked if the party would return to confirm that the hideout contained a portal to the Between. The party agreed to do so the next day. At first light, the party, along with Broca, Lyda, and Farida, returned to the hideout. A further search of the hideout revealed a note written in Gith, and that there was indeed a portal inside. Approaching the portal caused a creature made of stone to erupt from the ground and attack. The creature proved difficult to defeat as its hardened stone body was immune to many of the party's attacks. Despite this challenge, the party was able to defeat the creature with minimal injury to themselves. Using Farida's extensive knowledge of portals and Douglan's memory of the portal that had appeared at Tianchar Winery, the party was convinced that there was indeed a portal to the Between in the hideout, a portal that was currently not accessible on this side. Returning to the Stargazer, the party reported their findings to Olorin, who asked that they return to Winterberry and relay the findings to Jandar in person. The party departed at once. In Winterberry, the party told Jandar about what they had found in the Githyanki hideout. Jandar was hesitant to deal with the hideout and the portal until the Vanguard were made aware of the findings. Jandar was concerned that this hideout might be of value to the Vanguard in their fight against the Dooms and increasingly the Githyanki. The party agreed to relay the information to the Vanguard. While in conversation with Jandar, the party asked for assistance in finding Dajan Skylance's resting place, which was supposedly located just on the other side of the Midnight Depths. After showing Jandar the map that they had copied from Emonar Humblecut's book, Jandar was able to narrow down the location for them. The party departed Winterberry and headed out to find Dajan's shield and horn. Arriving on the northern shore of the Midnight Depths, the party opted to travel by foot to reduce the chance of being discovered by the Darkscar orcs who called the region home. After traveling for the better part of the day without incident, the party arrived at an old tomb. It became immediately apparent that the cave mentioned in Imonar's notes was actually a tomb. The party entered and began their search. The tomb was a combination of natural cave tunnels and man-made rooms. After only a short time of searching, the party came upon 3 zombie ogres who attacked immediately. Despite their large size and brutal Morningstar attacks, the ogres proved no match for the party and were quickly defeated. As today's session begins, it is late afternoon on the 8th day of the second Trigon of Elok's influence. Outside, the sun is setting and the darkness of night is descending upon the area. The party has just regrouped after defeating the zombie ogres. The cave seems to be growing increasingly colder as the feeling of dread grows. If ever death had a feeling for the living, this place was it.
Mwah.
Very scary.
Very.
All right. Any questions, clarifications?
Has it been a minute since we ended the combat?
Sure. Yeah. You've kind of been regrouping, getting yourselves together. Lyda finished unblinding herself.
Just gonna remove a couple effects then.
Same.
Sopping up the blood that was pouring in her eyes from
Ida, how badly hurt are you? Do you wish me to help you with the Rod of Healing?
No, I'm okay. A little embarrassed, but okay.
Are you sure? Because we have lots of charges. Be fine.
Nah, no, I'm okay.
Okay.
She's clearly pretty embarrassed by the whole thing and is just trying to play it off as
It's okay. Usually frequently I can't hit anything even without being blinded. So I wouldn't feel bad.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. Give her a knock on the head.
All right. So, can you share? We're still dungeon crawling. Can you share the map for this?
I can
Thank you. Please.
Colin, are you going to move the drift globe for me?
I am. I will behave the globe in the way of its behavior.
I think it should be sentient and it goes where it wants.
It should be sentient. Excellent.
It's waiting to be awakened.
Exactly.
It's actually a sun god.
It's actually infused with the spirit of Lafferty.
Gross. I'm
like, wait a sec here. Just the spirit, not his.
Just the spirit, yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Which
Yes.
way?
Well, I don't
Yes,
know. It looks
please.
like we kind of branch into two possible paths. We could go up where I am here, Or we could go down where Lida is and carry on that way. I don't. Does your divine sense tell you
I
anything?
need a perception check from Kogaan, please.
Wow.
Percepciones. Oops.
Come on, man. First roll of the night, no pressure. The entire adventure depends on this.
Never any pressure.
The entire world of Emathan is counting on you. Yeah.
Not bad.
Kogaan, as things kind of simmer down from the battle,
Mhm.
the area that is towards the northeast, there is a door there that is partly open that you can see.
Mhm.
There is a little bit, looks like a little bit of light flickering in from that room.
Ooh, Douglan, there's some light over here. Maybe we should try going over here first.
Okie
Move up.
Alrighty. So I think we established it's a little bit too low of a ceiling for Benji the Warhorse. So he's just gonna kind of linger behind for now.
It was too low for you to ride.
For him to ride him.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
means.
yeah. That's what I meant. Alrighty.
All right, Kogon. As you approach, this tunnel kind of turns and heads more directly in an easterly direction. There is definitely some sort of dim light source that is, the flickering nature of it makes you feel that it is flame of some sort.
Some sort of fire pit or torch or something. So hello? Anyone there? I say out loud. I mean, we're just in a battle with a bunch of ogres, so I'm not really too concerned about being quiet at this point.
Yeah, I know, and with caves, it like
Yeah.
bounces
Oh yeah,
all over the walls.
every clank of the weapon echoed through this place.
Every
Fool of a
wet
cook.
smack of a disintegrated zombie ogre head.
Yep. It's like when Pedigan
Pippin
took
shoves
hit
the
the
armor down the
chainmail and then just ding 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 ding
Ooh,
ding.
There is no reply to your bellow.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just go up. And this is another closed door.
Yes,
Nearby.
the door below it is closed, and this one that
What about that?
you've just
Ooh,
approached.
Nice.
a fire. Is
Can
it
I
in a fire
listen?
pit or is it like
So Kogon, as you you move the door open, and peek a little further in, you can see there is some sort of ornamental carving on the floor that has several large kind of fissure type cracks in it. And in one area this little fire that's coming up. The fire wouldn't be very big. It's not even campfire sized. That just seems to be burning up from the ground itself.
Oh, like not like a little wood burning fire, just spewing
Nope.
forth from a crack.
Something is coming up through the crack that seems to have
Hmm.
caught fire, gas or something that's causing this little fire.
Douglan, there is some sort of strange fissure of fire here or something.
So you're saying that there's gas coming from the crack.
Potentially, yeah.
I just want to be clear.
Yes.
Can I listen in on this door, please? Isn't this a door? Yeah, that's a door.
It is a
I'm
door.
hovering, and it seems like a door. May I listen, please?
Kogaan is looking at the other side of that door.
Oh, it's not a separate. Okay.
I mean, you
I'm
haven't
sorry.
seen in the room there yet, but
Okay,
Kogaan
I didn't realize
Oh,
it was a double door. It looked like its own door.
Oh, I see. It's not a separate okay. I
It's
thought it was
a-
like another passage there, but it's like a double door to the same area. I got it.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like it was double doors together.
No, no, there's a little
It's
channel in
two
between.
separate doors with a divider between them. This
Okay.
one was
Got
partly open, and this one is closed.
Got it. It's like a restaurant, right?
Yep.
Where you go
Yep,
in one.
exactly.
Okay. So, I'm gonna open this door if I may.
It appears locked.
Can
Just come through this door. Here, I will walk through.
okay.
I don't understand. Ooh, yep. Yep, you're behind a locked door.
I wonder how we're gonna get in.
How am I gonna get in here?
I don't know what to do.
Lida, Broca, stay relatively close, please.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at this chamber.
Look at
Ooh,
All
what's
right.
that?
So Kogaan, you enter. Your immediate feel is this was some sort of temple at some point. The area in front of you looks like at some point it may have been a fountain.
Oh.
Just up out of one of the cracks that's in the bottom of this, there's this little fire burning. You know, you feel like probably gas or something ignited that was coming up through the cracks, and it just continues to burn.
Wow, very.
The room goes up towards the north, down towards the south, just off from this area that you think may have been a fountain at some point. There looks like there's a well.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a well-looking thing.
And then straight to the east, there looks like at some point there might have been a throne, a stone throne or something there that has mostly crumbled apart.
Cool.
And
Well,
as you enter the room,
oh,
you hear this strange sound that sort of just echoes through the room a little bit.
that's very peculiar. Douglan, I think do not step on the fountain area, all those cracks with the fire. I
okay.
think that might be very dangerous. Go around. Oh boy.
Okay.
Can I kind of pinpoint where the sound's coming from?
Give me a perception check.
Perceptionis.
You think it's the well?
Mm.
Is it getting louder?
Well,
Yes, it is. Sound man strikes, baby.
hello.
Stop.
Do you
Kogaan,
speak common?
as you move down, something starts to rise up out of the well.
Cool.
I'm sure it's friendly.
Oh, most likely.
I mean, that's a given. This thing, I will show you a picture of it. It looks like this.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
All right, we're starting out slow tonight.
Oh,
all right, that's cool.
as I love to do, we're just going to ease into it.
Yes.
Someone's getting disintegrated tonight.
I love it.
All right. And just to make it completely official.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty. Let's get some
Initiative rolls. Solid rolls. ever there's an opportunity to go Nova, this is it.
Whew. What is that all?
Oh, sweetie, rolled low for once.
Yeah.
Usually when we roll good initiative, something else rolls better than us. It's like, why?
Yep.
Okay, we will take her to the top of the order here. All right, so this bulbous creature with all these stalks, 4 of the stalks have eyes on them, the rest do not. The eyes have been lost over time. The main big eye is all clouded over. As soon as this thing comes up, just the smell of rotting flesh just fills the room. And it turns and starts floating towards Kogaan.
Great.
Douglan, what do you got?
All right. Sorry, if you could move me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. And then he's going to cast Protection from Evil onto my friend.
Nice.
Make sure that gets on you. I believe it did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
looks like it did. Okay. And then for the rest of his, he's going to go into his defensive stance. And he's, where is it? Where is a great weapon defense? Okay. And I think I'm going to, let's see. No, I'm going to stay right there. Stay in my aura, bro.
Yeah, can you put your aura on me?
Oh, yes, I would love to.
Thanks, bro.
Ooh, find the
Amber
dang
is the
thing.
color of your energy.
Where the hell is it? There we go. All right. Have you been aura'd?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. All right, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Lida.
It's such a great sound effect, Colin.
It's the perfect amount of creepy
Oh yeah,
and
Like,
otherworldly. You know what I mean? Because there are aberrations.
and it creates kind of this,
Oh yeah.
like you know,
It
All
goes good
right.
with the battle
Lida is going to let loose with her heavy crossbow at this thing. She misses. It's not
It has
happy.
Was that? Did you do that, or was it like a missed effect? Being attacked.
It is, from a technical standpoint, the sound that Fantasy Grounds attaches to Beholder. So every time the word Beholder appears, you'll hear that sound.
oh
Okay,
my
cool.
lord.
All right,
Very
Kogaan.
cool. All right, Kogaan will move up here and use a bonus action to
Sorry, let me move you in there.
fly, invoke his dragon's might, and get all big. Wah, 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 wah. And then we will target the Beholder zombie and make a flailing attack at it.
Oh,
Force.
damn.
Oh shit.
That's how you want to start your battles against a creature that can kill you in one shot.
Yeah.
Second attack.
Oh, thank God you didn't get any extra.
Awesome. Very good start.
There, now you got all those out of the way, Max. It'll be all good from here.
Oh man, I'm really nervous about this. Okay.
I am gonna call my warhorse at least to come as far as it can for the, maybe to the door or wherever it can. You see where it's at. I don't see him, so.
Yeah, it's sort of tagging along with a Broca. Broca just instinctively always covers
the rear.
The rear. It's just sort of his thing.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. So the warhorse is just tagging along with. All right, our beholder zombie.
Scheitzer.
I think it's random which
It
eyeball.
is. So it's
One's
gray.
disintegrate.
It has four eyes, just strictly from a meta standpoint. It's got a paralyzing eye, fear, invernation, and a disintegration.
The number 4 is the one we don't want. We don't want
The number 4 is the one you do not want.
Do not call it out, Max. God.
All right, rolling the d4. Oh, it look at. Did you see how it just caused all that anticipation? I love it.
There's no coming back from being disintegrated, man.
It fires its innervation eye at Kogaan. So Kogaan, this is a Constitution saving throw 14.
Nice. Look at that. What the fuck? Great.
Well, at least it wasn't the disintegration eye.
Dude.
1, 3, and 1. Those are my rolls so far. Awesome.
All right. The innervation eye does 8d8 necrotic damage. It packs a wallop. So this blast comes out of one of its rotten, stocky eyes, and Kogaan, it is a blast of just chilling death rips through your body.
See Kogaan like opens his mouth to scream, but he can't. He's just like racked with pain for a second.
Don't worry, our drift globe is going to save us.
The drift globe has entered the battle. It is going to take the dodge action.
Nice.
Whoa.
Who would have seen that coming? All right, Broca, what do you got here? 30. All right, he ran his little ass off to get in there, and that takes us to Douglan at the top of the order.
All right. Here, he is going to call on Gaff to basically, let's say, curse this evil, foul thing, and he's going to cast his Vow of Enmity.
Nice.
Max, do I put it on myself? I do, right?
Yeah, you put it on yourself. You just have to remember that if there was multiple enemies, that it's only on one enemy that you get to use.
Right. Got it. Okay. All right. So it's on. All right. Beautiful.
It's giving you advantage, right?
Yep. Just against this specific enemy, though.
Yeah.
All right. And it worked. Yay.
Oh
Come
my
on!
God.
No, there's something. I hate Fantasy Grounds, man. Give me a break. Come on, 4 1s and 5 rolls.
My God.
Oh
Come
wow.
on.
That's pretty unique. 2 1s.
Does this
5
have an?
D20 rolls in this
All right.
combat?
I'm
and
gonna get 2 20s.
So,
Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. At least we. Yeah. I'm gonna. 2 smite.
Nicely done.
That's right, because it's undead, it gets the extra 1d8, and
Yep.
it looks like it automatically did it. So, all right, I had used my bonus action, so that is my turn.
Nice.
Enmity is a bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
That was a good wallop. right, that takes us to... That's it for you, Douglan?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Lida. Comes down here. Hopefully has a clear shot with her heavy crossbow against the zombie beholder. Nice.
That's so cool.
Oh, she just wings the bulbous blob of goo. Kogaan.
Okay. Please just hit. Try again. Steadies himself. Ooh, takes a deep breath. Swings mightily.
There you go.
And we're gonna put Dragon's Might damage. And I'm going to pull my Heim rune, Forge rune, to deal fire damage to it. Alright. Not bad.
Oh, that's respectable. That's respectable.
And then fiery chains wrap around it, and it must make a saving throw. Failure! And now it is restrained and takes fire damage. Sweet. That was attack number 1. Attack number 2. Flail away. Oh yeah, now it's a screen. Alright, hit. Still on the line. My mighty strength hits it hard. And then I will bonus action second wind.
Ooh. Look at that.
Get a little bit of health left back.
Nicely
roll.
done.
Back in the green. Feeling good. Okay, decent turn. Okay.
All right.
My turn.
Yeah, just maybe towards the door. Or if it can make it, yeah. In case it needs to drag me out of there, my dead corpse out.
All right, our zombie beholder.
Yeah, fire damage. 10. That's good.
That's very good. All right. Let's see what well, you know what?
Who's a target?
It is going to continue to target the very large creature in front of it. Let's see what we get here. The one, the paralyzing ray.
And these aren't considered melee attacks, right?
No.
Nope. These are literally just blasts coming from the eyes that remain. Hey, Kogaan, your saving throw is successful.
26.
I mean, you got a plus 10, bro. 5 and above, baby. Just keep it on. Keep it on. Which ray was this? What was this?
That was the paralyzing ray. And so he saved, so there is nothing. And our drift globe isn't going anywhere.
Unleashes a fiery blast from the sun. 10d10 fiery radiant.
30. All right, Broca makes his way around behind this thing and lets loose with his heavy crossbow.
Right.
Oh, sorry. I should have had it make a saving throw to get out of the chains at the end of its turn.
Okay, go ahead and we can reverse that if this.
Yeah. Dun dun dun.
Well, he hit anyway, so at the end of the day.
Oh, not gonna pass.
It's so nasty.
Hey,
All
last
right.
2 rounds again.
Yeah.
Douglan. What do you got,
Alright.
Douglan?
I'll be walloping, hopefully. Let's see if we can do another snake eyes. No. Since I don't know if I'm gonna hit again.
Feeling better about this fight.
Nicely
hit.
done.
He basically
Nicely
just
done.
All this corpse.
chops it right down the middle and sends it.
So yeah, the whole big gooey mass just immediately falls down, and you can hear it splashing and oozing against the walls for a little bit until you can't hear it anymore.
He kind of looks around though, like he would like to send his globe down if he could.
Ooh.
How deep is the well?
That the beholder sounded like it fell a long ways.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it'll go 60, and if it sees anything, but otherwise, I'm not going down there.
Nothing at 60 feet.
No. I mean, there's probably a lot of treasure down there, Kogaan. If you want to go get it, I'll hold the rope. Lida?
No, thank you.
Hard pass.
Come on. I bet you there's lots of shiny things down there.
Oh, that's one of those creatures that can end a player's career.
Yeah.
Yes.
I almost disintegrated my brother with a zombie beholder.
Oh, yeah.
Back in my whole campaign. But he had death ward, so he was
It
safe.
so with it does 10d8 force damage with the disintegration ray, and if
It
that
brings it to
puts
0.
your creature at 0 hit points, or sorry, your player at 0 hit points, you're just a pile of fine gray dust.
Yeah, no revive there.
Yeah, no reviving that
No, what is it,
fine
like
gray
a
dust.
wish? It would have to be a wish spell?
Resurrection.
Or resurrection, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, true resurrection. Like it's not. Yeah, you're not coming back from that one very easily. Not in a low level campaign like us, mid level.
Oof. All right.
Okay.
I'm just going to tap myself.
All has gone quiet since the zombie beholder fell back down into the well.
Sorry, didn't think this wand would be so loud.
Can you imagine if that's the sound it actually made? Hey, let me just quietly heal you here.
All right. So
Going just
Doug,
like tap, couple taps of the wand, rod of healing on himself. Is there anything?
Douglan, sorry.
interesting-
Ooh,
Sorry, go. Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. Douglan would like to use one of his three. Is it three? Yeah, three of a divine sense, just to sense the presence of any strong evil on your senses, like a noxious odor, powerful good, rings like heavenly music. As an action, you can open your awareness to such forces. So I'm going to open up my.
Sorry, remind me how this one works again. If
It's
something's
not blocked by
behind,
total cover.
yeah, like
No,
if
it
it's
can-
blocked by total cover, you can't detect it, right?
Correct. Yeah,
That's the
you
part I
know
was
the
trying to read.
time.
I
Yeah,
always
within the same radius.
so it would be something within this room, within your line of sight, basically.
No,
Yeah.
well, no, it doesn't have to be line of sight. I don't
No.
think.
It just can't be. Let me read it again. I'm sorry. Until the
Think
end,
of it as like
end-
echolocation. So if something was like in a tomb, it wouldn't detect it. But if it's behind a pillar, it would detect it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
It would have to be totally closed off from you in order to be hit.
Exactly, because it kind of like echolocates and wraps
Right.
around.
Like
That's
if it
how
was,
I
yeah,
was
and
envisioning.
that makes perfect sense. Yeah. So, Douglan, there is nothing within this room that you can detect.
Cool.
And it's
been cleansed.
If you say so. I want to go take a look at this broken down throne and this interesting statue or thing behind it and see if there's any shinies anywhere.
So this definitely at one point was a stone throne, but it has been, looks to you, Kogaan, purposely destroyed.
Oh,
There are obvious tool marks on it as if it was struck by things and smashed into pieces.
okay.
You'll have to give me a religion check for...
Oh. Okay.
Got to stretch before I use this one. I haven't used this one. Can I do it too if I walk over there? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Kogaan, you don't know which, because it's not one of your stronger areas of
Mhm.
knowledge. But you know this to be um, a carving of one of what are often referred to as the old gods. So the gods that were worshipped before
The
magic
Trigon.
came to the world, before
Right.
the god's anger.
Hmm. Interesting. This is a very, very old place, I think. If such a statue of this is here. Very, very old.
Before I head over there, is there anything where I'm at?
Down that end on the ground, just right at the very end, there was a statue there. You can see bits and pieces of it. It's hard to even determine anymore, Douglan, what the statue was. It was humanoid. Other than that, it's so destroyed you can't tell. Again, showing tool marks where it was obviously destroyed on purpose.
Is there actually a treasure chest here, or is it just the map? Like, has Colin, the DM, decided there's a chest, or is this just a map flavor thing that you
There is a chest there.
okay.
But it is in pieces.
Okay. I would, just because, it's an old place, and when you're exploring, sometimes there's tricky things. So I just want to maybe examine this statue area for signs of like a secret passage or something like that. See if there's like maybe
While he's looking there, I'm gonna finish my
sandwich.
yes, my
Okay, give us
sandwich.
an investigation check.
Okay.
So you're searching all through this little area you're in
Yeah,
here.
I'm just
So I'll
checking
go
the
for
wall, like around the statue and like along the wall, just to see if there's anything like secret passage like.
You do a thorough check. You're pretty confident within your skill level. If there's
Yeah.
anything there, you'd be surprised.
Okay. You never know. So, okay. Well, that was
Douglan,
terrifying.
as
Mhm.
you head up around the corner where you are there,
Sorry.
there is a skeleton on the ground, still clutching a shield and a horn.
He taps it with his halberd. Ding ding. Would Lafferty have given us any type of a diagram? Did he see any of that? I mean, we are looking for a shield and a horn. Chances are,
I mean, if it's magic, just polish it off. Look, see how good condition it is.
The the skeleton has been rotted away, clearly picked clean by critters. Most of the clothing and everything are gone. Even parts of the skeleton have been dragged away by critters. The shield and the horn are flawless.
Kogaan.
Yes.
I think I might have found what we're looking for.
Excellent. This is very exciting, finding ancient treasures.
Indeed. All right, so Douglan is going to pick up the shield.
You don't want the horn?
Uh well, let me start with the shield, see if I explode, and then I'll pick up the
See
horn.
if I. Yeah, under it is trapped 10 sticks of dynamite. You don't know what
Damn it.
those are. They've traveled here
Yeah,
from the future.
but they go boom and it hurt.
It is a. It is a superiorly crafted shield that is surprisingly light in weight.
Oof. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kogaan, I think we found it. He is going to take a second to look down, and he's just going to assume this is Dagon Skylance and sort of one warrior to the next, tip his halberd to him. I mean, it's a regular shield, right? It has like the strap so he can kind of bless you. He
Sorry.
can he can put it on.
Yeah, it's the shield is made of metal. Can be carried one-handed. Wielding the shield increases your armor class by 2.
I don't. If it is what we think it is, though, I'll probably just have it on my back so I can.
Well, you got to be
use my
holding the
halberd.
shield activated.
Yeah.
But once it's
Okay,
activated,
got it.
But once it's
Got it.
activated, then you could go back to two-handing your halberd.
Yeah, I'll like send it up and okay, cool.
But at this point, until you attune to it, it's a shield.
Got it. All right. How does it work using a halberd one-handed? Is that possible? You can. Okay.
It's a two-handed weapon.
Got it.
So you got to activate or stow it to use.
Yeah, I'm probably going to stow the shield for now. And then I'm going to delicately pick up the horn.
All right. Made from an unknown, highly decorated wood with a lion's head in the act of roaring as it trumpets this horn. It is an extraordinary piece of work.
Just like the legends described.
Yep, I think we got what we came for.
Excellent. I wish Lafferty or Landis were here because they could maybe explain this fire more. It's very peculiar.
All right. Are you taking both these items for now, Douglan?
Yeah. I always thought that the horn would go to Kogaan, but we can talk about it. The shield I definitely want to take.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I am going to distribute these items. That is going to Douglan, and that is going to Douglan for now.
Neat.
There were no coin. It just does that.
0 gold.
I put it on coins. That's why it made that sound.
Okay, well, should we just leave? Or do you want to risk more peril and explore further?
Oh no, I'm there's undead everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's
and orcs. We don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. So
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm anxious to go and fulfill the last part of my Yado Balan and not risk any more peril here. So we should make haste and leave.
So yeah, I'm gonna say we're gonna trace our steps. So I know there were some caverns that we didn't.
Yeah, the place is not that big. It's not difficult for you to backtrack,
Cool.
and you
Just follow the ogre blood.
just follow.
Yes.
Yeah. You make your way out of the old tomb, and you are standing just outside. It's dark. You spent the better part of the day walking here, so what you doing?
Ooh. We could probably use the Stone of Sending and ask for a pickup.
Sure.
That might be the easiest thing to do.
Well, wait, didn't we have to like be careful because there were things in the air?
You made at Jandar's suggestion, you guys actually made the decision to walk this part so the sky ship didn't draw the attention of the dark scars.
Yeah. So we're gonna make our way back the same way we came Keep them out of
Maybe
danger. Yeah.
Roka, Lida, and myself can guide you, Douglan, so we don't use the drift globe.
Yeah. By the way, the would the war no, the warhorse does not have dark vision, so but you can, take its reins or something
Okay,
if
you
you
could just
want.
ride on him. We could take his
Yeah.
reins. More
Yeah.
short-footed than you probably.
Yeah.
And
So you guys are at the limits of your day's travel.
oh, we need to rest.
You would,
Okay.
or start risking fatigue to make your way back out through the night.
Hmm.
Got it.
Well, we could leave the near vicinity of this undead cavern tomb thing
Mhm.
and find a safe place to camp, hopefully, and
Yeah.
then head out in the morning, I suppose.
Yes. I say we do that.
Okay. We will try to find. Could we travel like an hour at least? Is
Yep.
that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can put some distance between
Yeah.
yourselves and Spooky
Who
Spooky
knows what
Hollow.
horrors? Yeah.
Spooky.
Good. Let's do that. We'll do
Yeah.
that, and we'll try to set up a decent camp. And,
Yeah. If I could take the first hour to attune to this. Now, do you want the in
Or not
character? Kogaan, are you
Mhm.
sure I mean, this is a pretty handy thing. I'm running out of pockets here. You sure you don't want this horn?
I mean, sure, I'll take it. It seems very cool. If
Well, if it does what it says what Lafferty said it does.
yeah, with a small risk, right? There's a chance it could go backwards.
Yeah, I mean, is it fair, Colin, to say that Lafferty not only discovered it, but would have given us a brief description of what these things can do, or what do you think?
So, in my opinion, not only would Lafferty have explained what all of these things are, he would have been
Mhm.
downright giddy to do so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 hours
Nerding out
later.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
we
would have
know-
explained them all to everybody ad nauseum to the point that they didn't even want to hear about it anymore.
Yeah,
I
he's
very
gonna.
clearly remember. It's been imprinted in my
Yeah,
brain.
he's-
I think we wrote a test on it, and then
Yeah.
an essay of how
Yes.
it affected the people of the time. I think.
Well, he's even going to go into like constructs. The constructs are even going to be more vulnerable to this. Okay, just and here's a list
Yeah,
of all the
everything.
constructs that you could go after. So, yeah, I mean, it is a little bit of a distance thing.
Yeah.
I don't have, but
AOE.
again, do you want to carry it for now? I mean, it's a 30-foot cone.
Does it require attunement?
I
No,
think so.
does not.
No?
No.
Cool. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
So
yeah,
as per the explanation you all received on this item,
in minutia.
yeah, the study guide that you all had to go through.
We got a 30-page pamphlet on hornoblasting.
So you can use an action to speak the horn's command word and then blow the horn, which emits a thunderous blast in a 30-foot cone that is audible 600 feet away. Each creature in the cone must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 5d6 thunder damage and is deafened for 1 minute. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't deafened. Creatures and objects made of glass or crystal have disadvantage on the saving throw and take 10d6 thunder damage instead of 5d6. Each use of the horn's magic has a 20% chance of causing the horn to explode. The explosion deals 10d6 fire damage to the blower and destroys the horn.
Oh, that's right. It's probably best for me because I am very resistant to fire. So if something does happen, I am most likely to survive.
Indeed.
I'll be sure to use it when I am extremely injured. And it's
Yeah.
last resort, and it's the biggest gamble.
Yeah,
It's
has-
either
it
kill
has
me
its
or
best
save-
chance of killing
Yeah.
me.
That is hilarious. All right. Yep.
Cool.
Cool. That's, yeah, and if so we'll make camp
Yeah, so you guys, it's a bit of a stumble thumble through the darkness as you've put the drift globe away. Not so bad. Stumble for Douglan, who just basically takes turns. The stars are out, eyes adjust. It's not terrible for.
Yeah, but it's
but
trees.
Been-
yep,
yeah.
you get away from an hour or so away. You just basically find some cover and settle in for the night.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of take the first watch, but an hour of it is going to be so. Maybe if Lida or Broca could sit with him while he attunes to this thing, he's gonna like hold it and like think and try to throw it up in the air, and it keeps clanging to the ground. He's like, oh, it's just not working.
Clang, 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 clang.
Yeah.
Don't worry, no one will hear us. We're just
Yeah,
hiding here in the woods.
Yes.
All right, you attune to this animated shield.
Right.
Sweet. So I'll try to keep track, Colin. Like, basically, as you guys know, I do need a bonus action to activate it. It lasts for a minute, so I'll be holding it. I won't be able to attack until I
Yeah.
do that. So
Yeah, so while holding the shield, you can speak its command word as a bonus action to cause it to animate. The shield leaps into the air, hovers in your space to protect you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free. The shield remains animated for 1 minute until you use a bonus action to end this effect, or until you are incapacitated or die.
there you go.
At which point the shield falls to the ground or into your hand if you have a free one.
Yep. So if I drop to unconscious and get brought back, I'll have to pick it back up again, use another what do you call it? Bonus action. Okay, cool. So right now it's
that would be your manipulate object. You could pick that up.
yeah.
But then your bonus action to reactivate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's gonna default hold it, so if there's a surprise, he'll have the AC bonus, but he just can't attack.
Sounds good.
So we'll leave it defaulted that he has it on. I'll try to keep track of that though.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, like your armor class is going to be.
Yeah, it's already on there. It looks like it equipped it.
Okay,
So yeah,
that makes sense.
He's got a default 19 AC, plus he's got the +1 for the ring of protection.
Yeah, because within your attack, your bonus action, you let go of that thing, then you can two-hand your halberd and make your attack, right?
Yeah, perfect, beautiful.
Sweet.
Yeah, I may not do a ton of damage, Max, but hopefully I'm hard to hit. That's the goal here.
Getting harder and harder every time.
I am getting harder and harder to hit, indeed.
Every few levels to get more stuff layered on there. Very cool.
Okay, the night is uneventful. The next day, I need both of you to roll some perception checks for me.
Ooh, can you roll?
Do we get a long rest?
Oh, yes, absolutely, you can.
Okay.
Sweet.
Thank you for the reminder.
No, thank you. I'll take off the aura from you too. Well, unless we're 10 feet. Yeah, we're 10 feet, so I'll leave it on for now.
Let's keep it on. Perception.
Yeah, until these perception checks come back.
Until these perception checks are.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right. You are single filing it along, returning to the best of your abilities along the same path. Douglan, I'm just going to assume, for sake of story, that you were leading the way during this particular part of travel.
Sure. It's daytime, right? So I can see.
It is now daytime. Yep. Yeah. And at some point, since you've been this way, there was clearly a large group of large-footed humanoids that passed through this area.
Kogaan, we may have some guests. And I point down to these like size 17 feet.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's
They
bigger
are
in Canada.
traveling in the direction you are. So they are headed towards the lake, the midnight depths.
Should we call ahead and
Warren, is she?
yeah,
Yes, let's do that.
yeah. Um, Captain Kirk,
25 words or less.
yeah. This is Douglan. You may have company coming your way that's not us. Be aware.
The reply back is already met your company, all's well, waiting for your return.
Awesome. Okay.
Really? All's well?
All right.
Hmm.
And I mean, we would know, right? Like that sounded like him. And it didn't sound like he was under
Oh, yeah,
duress.
you would know.
Yeah, you'd know that it was
Okay.
Murfitz.
Okay.
Hmm. Already, maybe he met someone. Do they look like uh shod tracks? Are they like shoe or boot prints, or are they like barefoot?
Barefoot.
And they're humanoid.
Yep.
Okay.
Orcs wear boots usually, right?
Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
It's a humanoid foot, but it's big.
Could I try to use like some survival training to discern the
Yep.
nature of the footprints?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I'm actually proficient.
Same.
Is that enough?
Kogaan, you're fairly certain these are orc footprints.
I mean, I figured they would, but you know, just take a moment to check.
Yeah,
I don't think
and probably there was a dozen of them.
Wow.
Douglan's like,
Well, la di da.
Yeah,
Just
and Douglan's
stand
like,
aside.
this one is about 290 pounds.
yeah.
And
Pretty
he ate boar for
Yeah.
breakfast this morning.
This
Wow.
one favors his left side. He must have had some knee damage to the right.
Okay.
But he's sitting there like, teaching Kogaan, like, this is what you want to look for, all right? See how the blade, the grass bends a little bit. He's heavier. Anyway, let's go.
I think we should move fairly quickly because I have a feeling Murfitz hasn't met these orcs. He met someone else, maybe.
Perhaps. Yeah. I mean, do you want me to ride on ahead? Or should we just double speed at all of us?
Travel at a quick pace. Not worry about being super stealthy. 'Cause either we're going to meet them at the airship or we're going to meet them before. But
Yep. Perfect.
yeah,
All right.
we'll get.
You move quickly and as quietly as possible. You follow the tracks right to the lake. It is clear that this group of orcs headed to the lake. When you arrive there, you can see what appears to be one orc body lying on the beach, and the footprints head away down the lake, away from the body.
Okay. Good job. Tumble Thump.
Yep. I mean, you got the high ground with ballistas. You
Yeah,
can pick
and
these guys off.
out there quite a ways, well out of even bow range,
Yeah.
is the Stargazer.
Yeah.
Can I search the orc?
Yep.
Does it look like the ones that I faced earlier with Nightingale? Way back when?
Yes,
Months ago.
absolutely
The
a
black-
member of that clan.
Was it Blackfoot?
Black Scars.
Black Scars. There you go.
Yep. They are they are much like the Iceborn. This clan is known as the Dark Scars.
Mhm.
Cool.
Took a ballista to the chest.
Yeah, no
Nice. I'll yank it free. And...
doubt. Recover the ballistic.
yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're paying for all this.
That's true. I guess, yeah.
As
Alright.
as
Signal to
the
Murfitts.
as the four of you emerge from the forest onto the beach, onto the shoreline here, the stargazer immediately turns and kind of swooping in, down onto the beach. Cargo net over the side immediately to for a fast exit.
Cool. Hey, Murfitts, check out our cool things. Show him the horn. Douglan's got this fancy magical shield. It's really
Watch what I can do. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
All right, everybody is aboard the Stargazer, and you immediately swoop up off the beach and into the sky.
Nice.
Again, just getting out of range of anything that might come out of the forest in pursuit of you.
Captain, what happened with them orcs? One ballista? Oh, by the way, here you go.
He grabs the one ballista. You see, your supposed friends showed up and started to take some pot shots at us, and we just returned the favor.
Seemed to get their attention, or at least scattered them. Was it just the one that dropped? How many were there?
About a dozen or so. Yes, about a dozen. They did not seem interested in much of a fight, really. They, as soon as we dropped the first one, they all took off down the beach and back into the forest. Yeah. You would have really been proud of everyone.
We are. We always are.
Well done.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I think it's time to head to the college and drop Lyda off, and then make our way over back to my village.
Now, if we look at the map here, gentlemen, might I suggest, if you had mentioned at some point we have to return to your village, and we're going to drop Farida off. In terms of travel, it might make more sense to go to your village first.
That sounds even better to me. I will not argue with that.
So, strictly from a meta standpoint, you're in this big 2-day triangle. Okay. So it's like from where you are to your village is about 2 days. From your village to Windrest is about 2 days. From Windrest to where you are right now is about 2 days.
Gotcha.
So, in terms of travel, it probably makes more sense to go to the village first than to Windrest.
All right. Sounds great. After Hofkeen say Yuvonlok, or Golden Sky for everyone.
for all of you other people?
Yeah. Except for Douglan, who now speaks Draconic flawlessly and fluently.
Perfect. Yes. Okay. Off you set sail for Hofkin Seyuvanlok.
Yeah, it's very good. That's the best
done.
pronunciation you've done yet.
Yeah, I've been working on them.
Yep.
That is a little more than 2 days travel. You will be aboard the Stargazer. So any dialogue you want to have amongst yourselves, now is a fine time to partake.
Yep.
So Kogaan wants to speak with Douglan.
This is all in Draconic, by the way.
Sure, yeah, Draconic.
I'm going to reply in Draconic. I just want to. He's so excited about his new language.
He'll speak. I mean, obviously, Kogaan's or common is decent, obviously, but super happy to speak in Draconic for sure.
In the mother tongue.
Yep. Douglan, you are a father, and so I am just very curious how you deal with the responsibility of caring for a new life, because I think that is going to be what I am now doing, and I am terrified.
Well, so was I. And it never leaves. All right, no matter how old they get. In fact, I think it grows your fear of them. If I could give you any advice, it is to always be there for them. You're going to have to show patience because there's going to be times when they're going to not see things how they should because they have to experience things for themselves. And, well, there'll be a fine line between letting them figure things out and then guiding them when needed.
Right.
Now, you have the added weight, if you will, quite the creature there. But at the end of the day, just being a dad, being there for them is what's the most important thing. Teaching them what's right, what's wrong. That's what dads do.
Sure.
And if you have to, you lay your life down for them.
Oh, I will absolutely die for Anusiak. There is no doubt about it. He is too important to the world and my people. But yes, at least it is only for a year, and then it will be a big, huge ancient dragon. So
it's always going to be yours, lad.
I
Even
guess. I mean, it's not really mine. I am just a guardian, right? So, Dovakir, which is a wormling, Dynmark guardian. I'm not technically a father, but I feel like the responsibility is much the same, and that is why I ask. So,
Douglan's like, sure, lad.
You will be Uncle Douglan, maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I got news for you. No matter how big, doesn't matter. You're taking care of this thing.
It seems weird because he will be an ancient dragon and will remember all of his past lives and the power that and wisdom that he possesses. So I don't know if it will feel the same when he becomes.
He won't for the first year.
Not for the first year, but once he becomes.
Yeah. For the first year, it will have no idea who it is.
So that's what I'm saying, though. Is like once he becomes a big dragon,
it'll remember this life.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true. It'll remember like having.
They always remember all of their past lives, so it'll remember this year, but it won't know. It won't know who it is until
the big. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But you say that now, like, just because it fulfills its destiny and becomes, the manifestation of prior lives, that you won't still feel the same. Watch, lad. Watch.
Okay.
You're gonna look at that gigantic ancient dragon just like you would when it was a little wormling. Trust me on this. I still look at Maggie as my little girl.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. It'll never change. So, but the fact that you're worried means you're gonna do all right.
I hope so. I mean, I know that I have passed my Adobalan, but I still feel like I am not worthy somehow. So, yes, I'm excited. Do not get me wrong, but like I said, very fearful of the responsibility as well. So,
you're going to be all right.
Thanks, Douglan. I know with you around, it will be easier. So, I appreciate you very much.
And I will be around to help as needed. But I'm not changing diapers. All right.
I don't think that would be necessary.
I paid at the office. Okay. Five babies. All right. No more diaper. God knows what the size of the wormlings are gonna be. No thanks.
Okay. Well, very good.
Well, listen, I have something of not quite as nice and joyous as what you're saying, but I might have learned something new. Last night I was speaking with Gath, as I tend to do before I go to bed, and she suggested that I try something a little bit different. When I add a little bit of holiness to the hit there, right? Mm-hmm. Well, if I understand this correctly, and if I'm able to hit with this thing, the fear of Gath is going to be in them. And so they're not going to be able to fight as well as they should. So I can't wait to try it out. I was excited. So I wanted to talk to you about something.
Sure, that sounds great.
We'll see how it goes. from a I'm prepping Wrathful Smite,
Sure.
and I took
No.
away Compelled Duel, so I just wanted to let you know. I wanted a little RP there, but yeah, good times.
Nice.
So we're off. We're back, headed to your village. Yes.
Yes, a chance for hot springs, and
Oh, yes.
probably more food. I expect another celebration because Hanusiak's going to hatch from this egg when we get there, and so this would be a monumentous occasion. Uh, I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know if we have any sort of scripture or if the elders have any sort of handed down knowledge of what's supposed to happen or not. So, but everyone will be, it'll be a very joyous time. So, it should be
Can't wait.
quite the experience.
Can't wait.
All right.
Okay. Day one, sailing is fine, no issues. Awakening on day two, the weather is quite cold, even a little bit of snow. It is late.
Oh yeah, getting later.
It is late in the fall. Just a bit of a reminder that winter in this region isn't so far away.
I would ask Murfitz. I'm just curious, if I may.
Yes.
Um, do you fly? Like, is it okay to fly during the winter months? Like, what do you do? Because I imagine it would get very cold up in the skies.
Yeah, it does. It gets very cold, but we dress for the conditions, and the only fearful weather up here is when we get sort of freezing, slushy rain conditions. Everyone's got to grab hammers and beat the ice off the hulls so she doesn't get too heavy, but we can fly in any conditions for the most part.
Very impressive.
As you are sitting downstairs, in the galley area, enjoying a cup of tea, Murfitz comes downstairs and he sits down and he says, "I just received a bit of a strange message from Obadiah, which I've been asked to relay to you. Obadiah says that Dragana Skyshield of the Vanguard contacted him asking to relay a message to the party. She's requesting a meeting at Bellbroke Keep in the city of Evandor as soon as possible."
Okay. Well, is that Evandor? So
It's
go to our village and then the college and then Evandor? Does that sound like the right angle of approach?
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah, you would. I mean, it would be logical to stop at Windrest on your way back to the city of Evandor.
Yeah, because that's how that kind of triangle works in this regards, right? Okay,
Yep.
sweet. That sounds very, very doable. Is there
Yeah,
any
what
way
was
to
the
apply?
Vanguard's name? Sorry.
That is Dragana Skyshield. You met Dragana
Yep.
last in the city of Elegon. She is the High Commander of the Vanguard.
That was way back when we actually did the research for all those things.
Indeed, it was. Yes. That is where you found Imonar Humblebolt's book in the library.
So cool.
Okay, gents, I think this is a good spot to take a little biological, and we will be right back. Okay, we are live once again, and yes, the skyship continues into, you arrived out of the forest early morning, couple of days. When you are approaching Kogaan's village, it is early afternoon. Let's see, it would be the 9th, 10th, 11th, your early morning on the 12th. the 12th day. As the weather has been cool, windy. You know, you can definitely feel, even as you approach into Kogan's village there. You know, winter is coming. Kogan's village is a little bit sheltered from the weather.
All those hot springs too.
Yeah, and all the hot springs. So the captain settles the ship down close to where he had done so in the past. Kogan, as you're watching, the village is, we'll characterize it as excitedly busy for whatever reason. And as the sky ship kind of comes into view and settles down for you to disembark, immediately you see that Vuvanzen by herself is approaching the skyship.
Uvazen, I have very, very great news for you. Just give us a moment here to land and get off the ship.
All right, the ship touches down, and you disembark. She seems very excited herself.
Nice.
And she comes up. Again, you can see the village is quite busy with activity behind her.
Uvazen, we have cleansed the seal, and Ak told me that I have passed my Yado Balan, and so now I'm here, and Hanusiak is going to be reborn. The egg is going to hatch. What do we do?
Kogan? Yeah. We have some news of our own.
Okay.
It is so strange that you know when you need to return to the village, like the last time. Kogan, there have been multiple full clutches of young Dragonborn born in only the past couple of days.
People's families are able to grow. That's wonderful.
Most importantly, Jovan Dovzi is showing signs of hatching.
Yes. Well, I was told that it would happen when I returned, so we weren't told just when, only when I returned. So I don't know if we're connected or if it's just fate of some sort, if Ak sees the future or what, but yes, it should be happening any time now. So
this has only been within the past couple of days, so it is most interesting that you have returned to the village at this time, but Kogan, the hatchling spoke to me.
Wait, you mean Hanusiak spoke to you from the egg?
Well, I did not know that it was Hanusiak at first, but it said it was returning to the world in its time of need, and that it had chosen you as its Dovakir Dinmar.
Yes, so this is Hanusiak, and he was before just in its spirit form, and now that we have cleansed the seal, it is able to be reborn and will be a wormling for a year, and then will regrow into his magnificent powers as an ancient dragon. So
Kogan, this is going to be a lot for our people to wrap their heads around.
Yes, I know. I mean, I know that we, as our culture, has been preparing for something like this for a long time, but it has never happened before, so it is new for everyone. But I was wondering, as you are one of the elders and lore keepers, is there any instruction on what we're supposed to do? Is there a ceremony of some sort or anything that has been passed down? Any information?
There isn't. This egg has been looked after by us, as you know, for many centuries. But it came with very little instruction, and we have always thought of ourselves as the keeper of the egg, with what is clearly now a misunderstanding that something would come to claim the egg one day. It would appear, Kogaan, that that something is you.
I suppose. I mean, it seems like some things are right? Because I am selected to be Dovakir Dynmar, the Wormling Guardian. So at least that history is true. I think it is feeling like just the particulars on how it would all happen was a bit gray, but it is happening, and so I feel like maybe I should get down to the village and wait by the egg for as long as it takes, and just be there for when the hatching happens.
I agree. We should go at once.
Okay, so I'll go down.
By the way, Douglan is going to greet in Draconic.
Oh yeah, Douglan. Yeah, you're gonna be flexing your draconic muscles at
Yes.
this point. Yeah.
Avu Vonzin replies back a greeting to you. She turns, because they've been speaking obviously Draconic the entire time, and she says to Kogaan, "You have been teaching him."
It was a gift from Ak. He's been bestowed this ability.
It is an honor to receive such a gift.
She smiles and nods her head, and the three of you,
Don't forget the drift globe. I'm just kidding.
No.
the three of you head to, there's a cavern that is heated by the hot springs that the egg has been kept in to keep it warm, as gold dragon eggs require. You guys enter the cavern. Kogaan, as you walk forward, immediately the egg starts to crack and break open.
Whoa. Just so you know, Kogaan, in preparation, he wouldn't be wearing his armor and stuff like that. He's just wearing more casual clothes and stuff. He doesn't have anything formal on the ship or anything like that. But he's not wearing his armor. He doesn't have his shield and stuff with him and things like that.
You're not preparing to go to war with the So as you approach the egg, the egg is obviously fairly large. It's going to birth a human size wormling hatchling. The egg starts to break apart, Kogaan, and just for a split second, as the egg parts fall away, revealing the wormling, for just a split second, you see Hanuziak as the ancient dragon it will become. And then the form just disappears, and where you sort of saw that form, there is a gold dragon wormling sitting in the half shell, kind of looking at you. And it steps out of the shell. It's probably, 10 feet or so away from you. And it's like the size of like I said, like a kind of like a large wolf, or a full-grown human kind of sitting on its haunches sort of thing. And it observes you for a moment or so, and then it lets out this smoke puff.
Oh, nice.
and it kind of smiles at Kogaan, and then it walks over and comes and sits beside you, kind of watching you.
Yeah, Kogaan is just kind of like kneeling, kind of like in front of the thing, and it's just like, he sort of he doesn't really know what to do, so he bows to it, to Hanusiak in his wormling form. It's like, uh, welcome, Hanusiak. I am Kogaan. I am to be your Dovakir Dainmar for the next while. Uh, I will protect you and care for you and try to guide you in these new beginnings of your life until you are ready to uh, be on your own again.
It seems to understand what you are saying, and it just kind of gives a little bow, and it starts looking around at its surroundings. It sees Douglan and Vuvanzen, and it kind of it's just kind of walking around, but it stays very close to Kogaan, just kind of sizing up its surroundings.
This is my village, and your egg has been here for a very, very long time. Everyone here is very friendly, and we all have your best interests at heart.
Douglas
Do
gonna like whisper to Duval. It's getting misty in here, isn't it?
you...
Yeah, there's something in the air. I don't know what it is.
Hanu, can you do you speak Draconic? Can you communicate? Or
It in what a very uneasy voice, it says, "Speak."
okay. Okay. Yeah, we will learn maybe a little bit. It will take some time before you can communicate. You are just reborn, I suppose. Uh are you hungry?
Hungry.
Yes. Okay, good. Yeah. We will have a big feast and we will get you food. Then maybe we should have a celebration because this is incredible. I mean, I know I'm calm on the outside right now, but on the inside, I am a little bit freaking out. And so,
I love it. I'm a little bit freaking out. um, Vuvanzen says, "Yeah, yes, I will. I will go immediately and prepare things. This." She just turns and
yeah,
leaves.
runs off. Okay, so, uh, Anusiak, we'll get some food ready. I don't know if you want to stay here or if you want to come with me. We could take a walk around the village. You could enjoy a hot spring.
Hanu gets up and immediately just starts walking towards the entrance to the cavern.
Okay, yeah, let's go explore. Go out and see what's what. Watch how people get things together for the celebration, I guess.
It travels to the entrance to the cavern and kind of sits there looking out across the village, which Vuvanzen has stirred into a frenzy in a very short period of time. People are coming towards the cavern, and as they approach, Hanu kind of backs up back into the cavern.
Oh.
Just kind of peeking outside at all of these people.
Yeah, it's okay to be a little bit timid, but everyone here is just very happy to see you and very honored that you have become a part of our community and have joined us. So,
Kogaan.
mhm.
Douglas gonna be, very low voice. Perhaps why don't you sit with the little one until it gets something to eat? I'll go tell the rest that you need a moment, okay?
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll go and sit beside Hanusiak, and he kind of like just like puts an arm out and starts like awkwardly at first, like petting his back and stuff like that, seeing if he likes it or not. But it's kind of like,
Hanu turns to Kogaan and says, Douglan.
yes, Douglan is a very, very dear friend of mine.
Friend,
Uh,
friend.
yes, that's right, friend. Yes, and
Yeah, you can call me uncle.
Friend.
yes.
He does.
He
Yeah.
he was there with me when we saved the seal and saved Ak. And so yes, he will be a part of our journey together.
Hanu seems to relax a bit and gets up and starts to walk out into the village,
Okay.
which
Kogaan.
obviously draws lots of
Mhm.
excited chatter. Um, I'll look back at you, Kogan, but obviously hearing your words that they're friends starts moving out and kind of walking up to people who they have no idea what to do. They're just like freezing
Yeah,
in place, like
in awe kind of thing
yeah,
of
like they're just something that not so long ago was godlike to them. It's now just wandering around the village.
yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, this is their religious idol, like walking
Yeah.
through
Just
their
cruising
village.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like if Jesus like just
Yeah,
walked
just
through the
just
village.
Yeah.
just appeared and
Yeah,
started walking around.
pretty much what it's like,
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, in a very so there's a lot going on in the
Yeah.
village right now, as
Kogan's obviously staying within
as
satellite range.
Vuvanzen said, multiple full clutches
Yeah.
hatched in the last couple of days. So people are dealing with that. Hanu has hatched and is wandering around the village. And the word is passing through the village how it's chosen Kogan to be its Dovakir Dinmar, and that is a big deal. Obviously, Kogan, your family is they don't even know what to do with themselves. Um,
Yeah.
and there is a big celebration that goes on throughout the rest of the day and into the evening. Um, the village elders come to talk to you, Kogon, and ask, you know, obviously Hanu will be with you.
Mhm.
What is it next? You left the village
Mhm.
to to see what was out there and hopefully get to this place. And now that you are here, in particular, Vuvanzen is interested to know
Mhm.
what's next for you.
I think it is now important that I share more information with you all. Uh, I would say be careful how you relay this to the rest of the village, but Emathan is in quite great peril. There is many things going on and many forces, some dark and powerful that are growing around Emathan. And uh, Hanusiak is going to be a very powerful force for the good of everyone, and I must protect him. But he will be joining me, and we will be continuing our quest with Douglan and others as we strive to protect our lands and our peoples. So I will be setting off, and Hanu will be joining me. Um, but fear not, I will protect him with my life to ensure his future. And of course, I will have Douglan with me as well. Um, and yes, that is really all there is. Um, I would say for us, this village here, to continue to keep up with defenses and grow the strength of our people in preparation for what may be to come in a year or so's time. That seems to be the timeline that is being foretold by many forces of when everything will come to be. So it will be up to everyone to be at their full strength and readiness to defend ourselves.
The the elders um, the elders agree. They talk amongst themselves for a while.
There's sorry, I just want to clarify. There's a certain sort of sense of certainness now to Kogan. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm asking you permission for this.
No,
It's
and
like this is what's
that's
happening.
exactly what
You
I
know
was
what I
going
mean?
to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
They come back to you, Kogon, and they say that your words carry a lot of weight for them. They believe very much, based on what you are telling them, that they need to prepare for the future, and that whatever path lies ahead for you and Hanu, they trust that you know the way,
Hmm.
and they basically they wish you luck in helping defend against whatever is ahead.
I will also add lastly that our people are blessed with well, not myself, of course, but in general, an attunement to magics. And so we are quite a strong force nestled here in this village. And there may come a time towards this ultimate conflict where we may be called upon to leave the village and join other forces. So uh, we would be a huge asset, I think, in the future of Emathan. And it might be close to time to be prepared to uh, become more known to the wider lands of this world. So I would also say be prepared for that, maybe to make a commitment if possible, but protect ourselves first, of course.
The the elders relay that when you call upon them,
Hmm.
they will answer the call.
Excellent. Well, with that, let us enjoy this special time, I think, um, and have a very fun and joyous festivities. And I think Douglan and I will be leaving first thing in the morning. Um, and probably won't see you again for quite some time.
Hanu spends most of the celebration playing with the children,
Yeah, for sure. That's
uh,
awesome.
which he seems to be able to relate to a little better at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, towards the end of the night, you all get back aboard, with the understanding that the stargazer will depart from the village at first light in the morning. So you say your goodbyes to the family again. One of your sisters was the one that had one of the big clutches hatch.
Nice.
You,
Oh,
So you're the
Uncle
uncle.
Uncle
I'm an uncle.
Kogon.
Uncle Kogan.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a big time for Kogon's family. Obviously, your mother is uh, now grandma, so she's pretty excited.
Nice.
Um,
Sweet.
a lot going on in the village, but everyone understands that there is a greater calling for you and Hanu, and why you can't stay any longer in the village. And at first light, um, the Stargazer takes flight, headed
Sorry,
to Windrest. Yep.
sorry, Colin, real quick. Um, do you guys have horses there? Probably
Probably
not.
not horses, but there would be like we would have beasts of burden though,
Yeah, to
No,
help.
never mind.
Yeah.
like goats and
Yeah.
things like that, like more
Douglan's
mountain
looking
related.
for some chainmail barding for
Oh yeah.
Benji,
Well,
but that's all
I
right.
mean,
No, it's okay.
we
We're
do have
going to
smiths
Windrest.
and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure Windrest will have something or
Yeah.
close by.
Well,
Maybe.
you're eventually you're going to meet Dragana in the city of Evandor. You can
Yeah.
definitely get it there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
for sure.
Perfect.
Vanguard barding and stuff.
Ooh, top-notch stuff.
Top notch.
Yeah.
All right. The so um Hanu is quite fascinated by the ship. And
How are the how's Captain Murphy and the crew?
I mean, the crew has come to trust you guys. So when you bring a wormling gold dragon aboard, they assume it's in everyone's best
They're
interest.
cool. It's all right.
Yeah.
Don't mind him.
You know, they with a little coaching approach it and stuff, and Hanu seemed you're Kogaan, you're already getting a sense that the wormling takes a lot of cues from you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're chill, it's chill. If you get uptight about something, it starts to get uptight about the same thing. So it takes a lot of cues from your reaction to stuff. You seem completely chill with what's going on, so it's pretty relaxed here on board the ship. The cooks are a bit concerned about feeding such a beast. Just having enough food. So, you know, they're like, we might have to take on some extra supplies at the next stop.
Yes.
Can
No
it fly?
problem. We could find it.
Can Hanu fly yet?
Hasn't tried to fly yet.
I was gonna say, like, as we're like
Let's get out
traveling,
of the- I'm just kidding.
we're on the deck of the ship. Like, it's a good opportunity to like.
Oh yeah,
encourage
just
it to,
jumps
like,
up on
really
the ship, opens its wings,
spread his
glides a little
wings
bit,
and like
lands
glide
again.
a little bit, land. Yeah,
Yep.
just kind of start getting used to it and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Showed it in like a few days. He'll be cruising alongside the airship, no problem. But now we'll just work baby steps, baby flights.
Baby flights.
I love it.
Yeah, you know, it's another 2 days of travel from your village to Windrest, and during the trip, the crew pretty much becomes at ease with Hanu. The wormling definitely is tries out its wings a lot. And gets to a point where it's flying just off the ship a little bit, never very far away, know, but just kind of glides back over, keeping pace with the ship.
Very good.
Getting those wings,
Good job, Hanu.
getting those wings up to speed.
Sweet.
All right, the next couple of days of flights aboard the Stargazer are pretty uneventful again, and towards early evening of essentially the third day that you are traveling, because it's about 2 days, 15 hours, roughly. You touch down in Windrest. So you may remember from the past, Windrest does have docking capabilities for skyships, and your arrival is expected by Obadiah through the communication with the sending stones. And as the ship touches down, Obadiah is there waiting for you.
Cool. Merida? You are going to be okay here for a while? This is where you wish to go, right?
This is most certainly the best place for me right now. In terms of assisting Obadiah in his continued research of the Devil Star diamonds, but more importantly, in keeping countersigns safely in our hands and no one else's.
And you can research about what was his name again? Or Orosite and the entity inside this.
I will most certainly be continuing, or beginning, should I say, research into Ordite.
Ordite.
He is not a name that I have heard before, which is both surprising and disturbing.
I'm sure someone at the college will have, well, maybe I'm not sure, but hopefully someone at the college will have some form of knowledge about this, or at least a place to start researching. And hopefully you and I, Obadiah, can figure out how to maybe make use of the flask and the entity within.
Aren't you able to call it to your service for a time?
If the flask works as we understand it, we will be able to release this entity, and it will behave itself for a short period of time, hopefully long enough that we can learn from it.
Yes.
We will certainly relay all of this information to you as it becomes available to us. But for now, I think we should go meet Obadiah.
Very good. Okay. Hop off.
You disembark. Here it's just a straight walk off the ship.
Yep.
You don't have to climb down anything. Obadiah is waiting on the dock, and he is very pleased with Farida's arrival back at Windrest. They became pretty good friends in the time that that Obadiah spent there. He sort of knows what's happened. Farida has been able to communicate with him, and
Yeah, they would have like sending spells.
yeah, kind of fill him in back and forth.
Yeah.
So he's kind of up to speed on what has happened, and so he comes up to the two of you. Now, is Hanu staying on the ship
He's with me.
all the time?
Yeah.
Obadiah comes up to you, seeing the dragon, and I am quite interested. Is this who I think it is?
This is Hanuziak. He's the legendary dragon of my people. Reborn.
Indeed.
Yes.
No big deal.
He will spend a year or so in this form and then will magically become an ancient gold dragon again. And will help us in this battle to come.
This is quite both an honor and a burden, maybe?
A task.
A task, yes.
Yes.
Let's make our way to my accommodations, and we do have some discussion to partake in.
Okay, yes, excellent. We are eager to hear what news you have.
You make your way to Obadiah's study / his home here at Windrest. You go back in, same study you were in before. A half circle of chairs in front of a large fireplace. Everybody settles in, and Obadiah says, unfortunately, Landis is not able to join us. He has gone back to the Sea of Sand to meet with the Zandani family in hopes of acquiring more of the Devil's Star diamonds. We are very hopeful that the magic trapped inside will help us to create a spell that is capable of closing the rifts to Arkmith.
Oh, that would be very beneficial, yes.
The magic is very powerful. To the point that it is it was barely controllable to us, as we were able to break open the diamond that you had before. But in the short period of time we had to study it, it is very hopeful that we can determine a spell capable of recreating this magic. And we will continue our research into this in hopes that this can be done sooner than later.
Excellent. That is good news.
As for the message you received, Dragana Skyshield has asked that you meet with her at Bellbroke Keep in the city of Evandor. I myself find this peculiar, since I have never heard of Dragana leaving Fangnor Citadel since she became the High Commander.
Well, oh, sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Last time we were there, there was concerns that the Dooms might have infiltrated the ranks of the Vanguard, and so it's possible it's a precaution against any sort of spies and things like that. But who knows?
Yes. Well, the message said that the meeting was urgent, and I have communicated to her that you will be there as quickly as possible. And once I had a better idea of the actual time, I will communicate with her again.
Okay.
Now, I am wondering, I've had an opportunity to speak with Farida, but I'm wondering if you could share further details that may be of value to myself as we continue to figure our way through this growing situation with the Dooms, and now it would seem the Githyanki.
I'll basically share the whole Ordite situation and what happened, and with Auk and the Sill and everything like that, the corruption and these powerful like minions and things, all that stuff, and what he said, what he told us, obviously, too, about his coming stuff.
Also about the elven woman.
Oh
that
yeah,
was trying to get information on oh God, what's the name of the other ship?
Oh, the Summer Wind was the one that they. Is that what you're talking about? The other sky ship?
Yeah. They kept we got attacked. They left us alone because we weren't the other ship. They kept taking hostages, which is rare for them, and then leaving everybody else. And that we found what we think was the portal in that hidden hideout of them. So yeah, all that.
I can share the map of all the portals.
Yeah.
Locations.
Yeah.
We'll do that too.
Yeah, Obadiah looks at this map and he says, "This is a monumentous find.
I knew it.
If this is indeed the location of the Githyanki portals upon Emathan, knowing their location will be most important in our continued fight against them."
Do you speak or read the Gith language by any chance? Or do you know someone who does?
I do not, but I could comprehend languages.
Douglan, you show him that note.
Yes.
We collected this note at the hideout.
He's like, it's all folded and not very neatly.
All right.
Yeah, because we couldn't read it, right?
No.
Okay. So Obadiah uses comprehend languages to decipher the
Cool.
note. He reads it back to you. It says, with the arrival of Midnight Jackal, it is
Midnight
time
Jackal.
to seize control of the gate in Lyleon. Your actions have ensured that the Dooms are in position, including Vigar Icebranch. And you can see Obadiah cringe a bit at that name. Shortly after the Dragonborn has entered the caverns, begin the attack.
Fuck
If
you.
the luck of the true god is with us, we will be able to reach her before she can use the gate. Remember that everything possible must be done to ensure that the gate is sealed off from the surface for as long as possible. Once complete, return to Quamadoth. Leave only a watch. We have need for you and your warriors elsewhere. And the letter is signed General Decomath Zedran.
Jesus. That's a good find. Lots of info. So,
Decomath.
Decomath Zedran. Zedru. Zedru. Yeah, Zedru is probably a better pronunciation. Zedru.
But I was told there would be no math, and now there's Decomath.
I was told there would be no math.
the whole game is dice rolling.
So,
Damn.
Obadiah kind of ponders this for a second. He says, Midnight Jackal is a member of the Prophet's inner circle.
Oh, wow.
I have
Okay,
heard
so
the
I
name before. I know very little of it, only that they are a member of his inner circle.
The Gith prophet?
No, the
The
Prophet
Doom-
is the leader of the Dooms.
Yeah, it's the Doom's rankings.
Okay, got it.
That's what they referred to the very top of the Doom organization.
And
Okay,
so most
so-
like the elf girl was the Midnight Jackal.
Oh, yeah.
They were referring to her as Jackal, so
Yeah.
pretty.
Yep.
Um,
We can put that one together.
I'm fairly certain you guys can piece that one together.
I know
There's
we
a
got
Jackal
no
and a
intelligence.
Midnight Jackal.
Oh my
Oh my
God!
God.
There's two
two
of them.
Jackals. Wow.
Holy moly.
Um,
And then Vigar.
yeah. So
Ice Branch.
Obadiah says the presence of Vigar Icebranch is very concerning. Vigar is a member of the Dooms and possibly one of the most powerful wizards in Emathan.
Ugh. Great. Could really use Landis now.
Feel like taking a trip, Obadiah?
It is
Coming with
interesting use of language here. If the luck of the true god is with us,
They're probably talking about Paradite.
and that is what I believe as well, which would seem to allude to the Githyanki being aware of Ordite.
Well, now we know for sure that the Githyanki and the Dooms are working together.
Yes.
But
Got it.
why do you think they wanted to seal off the gate that
Yeah.
we were using? Maybe because we could travel to their gates from that gate, maybe? It's like a tactical boon for us.
That is plausible. And there is also the likelihood that they feel that they will be able to use the gate.
Mm.
The gate in Lyleon can go places that normal gates and portals cannot. Essentially, the gate at Lyleon can go anywhere, as you're aware with your travels to the Sill.
Yes, the other gates seem to be tied to specific locations. on other sides of different planes, I suppose. Okay, that makes sense. So
They may
that
have sealed it off to give them opportunity to study it, understand it.
which means they could teleport into there from somewhere else.
If
They are very
if
powerful then.
if Vigar is with them,
Mhm.
they would easily be able to set up teleportation in and out. Yes,
Wow.
Douglan.
Sorry, this is the gate that we
Countersigned.
countersigned, not the gate that we thought at the hideout. That's a
Correct.
different.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This letter refers to
The
the
attack on
gate in
Lyleon.
Lilion,
Where we freed.
Yep. where you were using
uh,
that gate to travel to the sill using
Yeah.
countersign. Yep.
Got it.
That's the
Okay.
gate they're referring to.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow.
There's a lot here. A lot. Obadiah. I'm a little bit gun shy with the Vanguard and letting them know everything that I know. We've been burned before.
Spies.
Can I trust Dragana? I know she passed the test the last time, but we've been gone for some time. Can I share this with her? Should I share this with her?
After what has transpired over the last couple of Trigons, I would believe that any trust must be very carefully placed. If you have an opportunity to test Dragana's trust, again, I would do so. But she has been the leader of the Vanguard for centuries.
Oh yeah, she's elvish.
And I find it hard to believe that during that time she could keep her allegiance, if it existed, to the Dooms so secret that even I, during my time as a Doom, would not have heard of it.
All right.
But
Well, we're
trust carefully.
Yeah. I think we should leave the letter here. Obviously, we can't, he can read it, but we can't, but we know the information. So
Yeah, he
I'd
can
rather
write
he
it
keep
all out
this.
for you so you guys have it as a reference point.
Yeah. Okay. Oof. Well, you say powerful, this Vigar ice branch. Are we talking moving heaven and earth powerful, or
Archwizard kind of powerful.
Vigar is the most powerful wizard that I have ever known.
Okay. We'll steer clear of him for a while.
Yes. Part of having wisdom is knowing which battles to take and when.
Mm-hmm.
Hanu is purring
Sorry, go
like a
ahead.
kitten
Yeah.
beside the fireplace.
Yeah.
Nice, warm, super spot to hang out.
Obadiah, what do you think is the potential of countersign as a magical staff? Is there anything beyond gates? Does it have any other potential powers that you know of?
I do believe Farida would be a better source of that information. I had never heard of countersign before meeting Farida.
Oh,
When, as you remember, I traveled to meet Farida only looking for information about the situation with the Dragonborn. And it was at that time that she introduced me to the portal, which I saw, and understood the need to find countersign. And I was most certain that, given the opportunity, you would assist Farida, considering her end goal. But we will most certainly investigate countersign's potential for other portals, if that is part of what it can do.
Okay.
It will take some time and research, though.
Of course. Well, Douglan, any other information or questions we have? No. Thank you very much, Obadiah, for your help and for assisting Farida.
Of course, we will ensure that countersign is protected here. There will be no concerns of it falling into the wrong hands while here. But do be careful out there. We will update you as we learn more about the Devil Star Diamonds and countersign and anything else that we can be of assistance with. It is good that you were able to get Farida here so quickly.
Yes. Is there anything you want for us to maybe be on the lookout for, information-wise, or if anything while we're out and about that you may not have access to?
For now, I believe we are in a good position.
Okay.
But at some point, we may need you to dig into potential findings that we get out of both the Devil Star Diamonds and countersign. There may be things we need you to investigate for us. I'm looking forward to Landis's return. Hopefully, he has been able to acquire more diamonds. But if not, there may be an opportunity for you to go after those yourself. We will definitely keep in touch.
Okay. Very good.
Do we just have the one sending stone for the ship? Or
Yeah.
could maybe we get one for him?
For who? Well, you Obadiah and Murfitz have a sending stone.
They already have. Okay.
Yeah, that's how the message about Dragona got to you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right. What are we doing? Are we taking off right away? Are you staying?
Might as well.
They got a sock
Yeah,
hop at Windrest tonight. Don't know if you're interested in.
If we had some magic users or artificers, maybe we would hit the library again. But no, I think we can sleep on the ship, so we might as well start heading there. It seemed urgent, so
Meet Dragona.
yeah.
All right.
Sorry. How would I know where Bellbrook Tower is in relation to
Bellbrook Keep is just
sorry.
Bellbrook Keep is the Vanguard headquarters in the city of Evandor. You've been there multiple times.
Got it. Okay, so it's like a half an hour from Tianchar. So.
It's an hour to get to the city of Evandor from Tianchar.
Got it. Okay.
By horse and cart.
By horse.
Excellent. Let's go back to Evandor.
All right. So where you head out on board the ship, it's only a short jaunt to get to the city of Evandor / Tianchar Winery. It's only about 8 hours or so away from Windrest. Where are you going to head first? Are you going straight to the city? Are you going to go to the winery?
I would say let's
get the meeting. Gotta feel like Douglan would want to go home first,
I know he wants to, for sure.
It's going to be early morning when you arrive.
Okay. All right. Let's, Kogaan, if you don't mind, I know my little ones would love to meet your new friend here. Do you think we can do a quick stop at Tianchar before we head to Dragana?
Sure. I think whatever we're going to do, just let Obadiah know so that he can let Dragana know when we will arrive.
Fair enough.
So
Yep. So
whatever you want.
Obadiah says that you will make it to Bellbrook Keep sometime the next day.
Yeah.
So she said she will be expecting your arrival.
Yeah, I would say we would go into Tianchar and, take that time to kind of resupply the ship, stuff like that. Just reconnect. I mean, I'm assuming we're on there, but that's the idea, is that we could use it also as a chance to kind of resupply and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
by horse,
There's also
it's only an hour to get to
Yeah.
to the city. You could ride in by horse and leave
I
the
would-
ship behind if you want.
I would rather ride in instead of having the ship that close to the, I still, yeah.
Are there Yithinthor around Tianchar as well?
Not anymore. There were
Not
two
anymore.
of them.
Yeah.
General Verymock and his captain, but they returned to the Between.
Right.
Yep.
Through the Timeless Temple, right?
Yeah,
we
through the
got them back
Timeless
through
Temple.
there.
Okay.
Now, the portal that came to Tianchar, though, has been shut down.
Yeah, you guys
As far as we
destroyed
know.
that during the
Yeah.
battle, and according
Yeah.
to General Verymock, it would take
It's
them
done.
some time to be able to rebuild it. It's not an easy
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah. I think we do have a presence of the Vanguard, though, that's being led by Maggie, right? Okay. And that actually might be, I wouldn't mind maybe bringing her just to, bring her up to date.
We'll bring her
at
to the
very
meeting
least.
with Dragana.
At least have her come and, if she can't come in.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, she's Vanguard now.
Yeah.
It is a Vanguard.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind bringing her along. So, got a lot to catch up with her.
All right.
And the family.
To Tianchar.
The Stargazer early morning touches down at Tianchar Winery. Douglan has not been home for several weeks. So
A smoking pile of rubble.
yeah, it's
God
gone.
damn it, not
there's,
again.
There's not a rock left. Everything
Not
is
again.
everything has
The
been
skeleton
destroyed.
looks like a wife.
Oh, Jesus. My God.
The skeleton
You-
looks like a child.
You have changed since you became a dad.
All right. The Stargaze, I mean, everybody at Tianchar now knows the Stargazer, so there is great excitement as the sky ship approaches and then touches down at the winery. Douglan, you recognize there's lots of preparation going on for winter. You can see the activity that you've seen so many years before. You note the temporary camp that the Vanguard had been using is gone.
Oh.
But you still see Vanguard there.
Mm-hmm.
And the ship touches down, and the family, everyone is coming to greet the ship.
Well, Maggie probably is a little bit. Of course, he gives a big hug to Jackie, his wife.
I hope so.
And then, he punches his son, Tim, and gives a noogie to his other son, Ian. And then the two twins, Bella and Kara.
Right in the arms.
He wants to introduce to Hanu, if that's okay with Kogaan.
Yes, of course. How old are the twins?
They're 9.
Okay.
So, yeah, Hanu is kind of, perched, legs on the edge of the ship, overlooking everything with much interest, and kind of turns to Kogaan and says, "Friends?"
Yes, this is Douglan's family, so they are like our family. So, please come down and meet the children. And Kogaan will introduce everyone to Hanu.
All right. Maggie. Maggie's not there initially.
Mhm.
She makes her way over. Douglan, she is dressed in her fine Vanguard plate, looking very important. Um,
Is there goddamn dust in the air again? What the hell's going on?
you walking over with her, and you recognize they're walking from one of the big barns that is
Mhm.
a big two-story barn. You can see Vanguard all around it, and Captain Arden, Lieutenant Rycroft, along with Maggie, walk over, and the Captain Arden comes up and welcome back, Douglan.
Good to be back, Captain. Uh, Hope things have been quiet around here.
Indeed, they have. I'm very happy to report there have been no signs of dooms since the fight at the Whitfield farm. Um,
Excellent.
it, it definitely seems that the dooms have gone quiet throughout Evandor, and we hope that is a good sign. But despite the lack of activity, we have remained vigilant in our protection of Tea and Char Winery. We now have an outpost set up near the vineyard where the elm wine grows.
Excellent.
And a second outpost has been set up near where the Gith portal appeared. Um,
Excellent.
you may have noticed as you came in, we have taken down our temporary camp and moved our operation into one of the buildings on the site here. Um, Anton was very gracious in allowing us to clear it out and take it over as our new headquarters and barracks for our company here.
Excellent. Uh, how's this one been doing? Points to Maggie.
Very well. Maggie has
Dad.
been enlisted as a second lieutenant, and as such is third in command of our company here.
Nice.
She is doing very well, but I am sure that that is not a surprise to you.
He's gonna try to play it cool, knowing that, you know, whenever dads do it embarrasses their daughter. So he's
Yeah,
gonna try to limit that.
she's trying very hard to be second lieutenant of the Vanguard, Maggie.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll respect that. No, it's great to hear, Captain. I had faith that she would be a great addition to your organization.
will you be staying for a while? Is this a short visit? Um, Anything we should
Um,
be expecting or ready for?
I, I don't rightly know, Captain, to be quite frank. I know we need to resupply, so perhaps you can get with Captain Murfitts and see what needs they have. Just put it on Anton's bill. I'm sure he'll be fine with that. But yeah, we could use a little bit of respite. I'd like to catch up with my family, and we'll see where it goes from there. Um,
Well, we would like to
I,
borrow Maggie later today as well.
yeah, I would like to spend if well, I don't want to, you know, overstate, but yeah, if she have a little bit of leave for a few hours, I wouldn't mind having her come with me to the city while I look for some supplies. And you see a spectral horse that has no barding whatsoever. I am purposely not talking about our
Hmm.
meeting. I am
Hmm.
not saying a word.
Of course. Um, Maggie can take whatever time necessary to spend with you. That is quite understood.
Much obliged. So yeah, I'll update you as far as how long we're going to stay and all that. But really, it's just convenient stopover. We were fortunate to be in the area, and I missed home, missed my family. So here we are
Excellent. Um, so you spend a little time
with the
with the
family, and
family.
yeah,
You
yeah.
you know a big breakfast is prepared. everybody, um, everybody joins in with you're talking about your adventures. Of course, always an incredibly watered down version
Yeah,
of
yeah.
as Douglan has done for an entire lifetime of
Yeah.
military duty. Always a
He is
very
gonna
watered down version of what actually happened.
he is though gonna if Kogan wants to tell his story, he is definitely gonna let that story be told because that is freaking cool.
About like just going back to our village, my village, you mean?
What you
Or
did, man. I mean, you're a rock star, bud. And so I would assume you
or
have
like the
at
whole
least,
still saga?
yeah, you have four, young kids enraptured by this story. Maggie's probably
Five
too
young
cool.
kids.
Well, Maggie, I was gonna say as well
Hanu's
too.
eating this up.
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
true.
Oh
I
yeah.
know too. There you go.
I'll tell the PG version and I'll leave out the parts where like
We
both of
almost
us
died.
almost died at certain
Yeah.
points and like things like
where
that, right?
where Ordite appeared and his
Yeah.
Ordite warriors nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wiped us out, like, things
Yeah.
like
But do say it like Douglan would tend to tell stories that sort of uplift, right?
yeah, of
Even
course.
if
Oh
he
yeah.
was in the dirt of the trenches of a war, he's going to talk about the camaraderie. He's going to talk about, how they were successful and how they brought peace or whatever. So whatever he's used to kind of spinning the shit into something that was positive and uplifting.
It's the Marvel superhero version of
Thank
everything.
you. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should have seen what we did.
Yeah. For sure. Try to avoid Anton at any cost if he can, but I'm
Oh,
sure he'll.
it's no, he's right in there.
Yeah.
He seems to be giving you a little space. Um, you know,
Then he's gonna pounce.
he welcomed you back or whatever, but hasn't been in your face too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's being respectful of the fact that you're getting the most of your time with the family.
Yeah.
Douglan, how old is Douglan again?
Douglan is 42. Well,
Okay,
40,
so
still 42, I would say.
Yep.
and then so then Anton's like early 60s, mid 60s,
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
And Anton is Jackie's dad.
Yep. Yep. I remember that. I just remember
Yeah.
the dynamics. So
Yeah.
During the breakfast, the one thing at one point Anton turns to Douglan and says, "Now, Douglan, both Tim and Ian have taken an interest in the family business. I'm hopeful that the next generation of T&Char vintners will stick with it, but I'm not pressuring them to do so. Just thought you might be interested to know."
Well, I'm actually glad to hear that. Are Tim and Ian there, by the way? We
Yep.
all okay. So, boys, that's something you want to do?
Tim says, Dad, I really do enjoy it. It's there's a lot more to it than I ever thought." Ian looks
Yeah.
over at you with a smirk on his face and goes, "Dad, we get to drink wine."
Anton, can you wait a little bit? Ian's 13.
It's a part of the process, Douglan. To have to
Yeah.
drink wine, how do you know what it tastes like unless you drink it?
All right. I'll tell you what, boys. You can keep doing this, but not until your regular schooling's done. All right? That does not go away. Okay? It'll only help you anyway, because that all that stuff and mixing and stuff like that, I'm sure there's all sorts of formulas you need to know. So regular schooling, you still got to do. Otherwise, your mom's gonna have a say. And by the way, what say you, Jackie? You okay with this?
I am. The
Right.
learning.
All right then. Yeah, it's too bad Lafferty's not here. Oh, he could teach you, I'm sure, a thing or two. In
chemistry
fact,
stuff.
yeah, he would
Alchemy.
install. Yeah, no, that was the whole Lafferty's origin was basically to try to apprentice with Anton. That was kind of
Oh, Cool.
Yeah, but his deal was with Anton, he had to protect Douglan while he went to get the moonsicle, and he fulfilled that.
The moonsicle.
But unfortunately, he was pulled away.
It will
Actually, he is
forever be the moonsicle.
It is the moonsicle. I'm sorry. He will share that with Anton though, maybe on the side. I don't think he wants to tell his kids that about how Lafferty went into the Shadowland. But he will share that with Anton.
Yeah. So the general agreement and understanding over the breakfast table is that Douglan, Kogaan, and Maggie have some business in the city, but we'll be back in time for supper.
Yeah. Perfect. Yep.
Are you taking Hanu to the city with you?
I think so. Is the keep like in the city or is it on the outskirts?
It's right in the city.
Probably leave Hanu on the airship.
Okay.
Are we flying over? And then I'm assuming we're just gonna like make it a 10-minute trip and fly over.
No,
we were gonna ride.
We
We're gonna ride.
Yeah.
I think in this case, probably leave Hanu at
draw a bit of attention.
It's a bit much, to bring like.
Lida has become quite attached to Hanu,
especially if we're still a little uncertain about the fidelity of all the Vanguard.
Of all the people involved.
Yeah. And by the way, Douglan noticeably did not mention what do you call it? Like just that was just with the family that he was talking about. He did not share the how Hanu came to be with any of the Vanguard. Yeah. Just strictly the family. Yeah. But Douglan's going to go over to Kogaan and just say, listen, lad, he's going to be safe here. All right. My own kids are here. All right. I know it's going to be tough. First time leaving your baby. All right. I get it. But he'll be protected. I promise.
Yes. And Captain Murfitz and the crew and Tumblethump are all very capable.
Yes.
So yes, I feel okay. And the region apparently has been very calm for the last while, so we are going to be okay, I think.
And listen, we won't dally, all right? I want to get some. In fact, maybe I could. Do you think I could put one of either the Vanguard or maybe maybe Maggie can delegate to get some barding for the horse? I don't need to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
The Vanguard can outfit your steed, no problem.
Yeah. So I don't even have to do that. So listen, we'll just go. We won't dally. Let's get this meeting over with, and see what happens, and then we'll be back for supper. Okay.
Cool. Kogaan will ride one of those big plow horses.
Clydesdale.
We got a Clydesdale there that I think Kogaan can ride.
Yep. Nice. So and then on the way, Douglan's going to share with Maggie the full story and why he is keeping it from even the Vanguard at Tianchar, because the Dooms are masters of hiding in plain sight and activating only when they want. So, I don't know what else to do.
Plot twist. Maggie's a Doom.
Dude, you better frickin' not. I swear to God.
Too much.
You cannot do that.
Egan quits the group.
You're going to have me kill my own frickin' daughter. Oh, no, they're gone.
All right. The three of you travel to town, arriving in the city of Evandor, kind of noonish or so. The city is abuzz with its usual activity. You make your way to Bellbroke Keep, a place that I think Kogaan's been to Bellbroke Keep before. Haven't you?
Not sure.
Yeah, I can't remember if...
I think so.
I can't remember when you first appeared on the scene, if you...
Yeah, because you appeared first at Tianchar, right? Isn't that where you showed up?
Yeah, but it was post
It was right after the
It was
the
after all the portal
Whitfield
stuff.
family fiasco.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
we did go to town
I
because
think so.
remember
Yeah,
we got the spy and we did that whole thing with Nightingale pretending he was a Doom. That was awesome. Anyway, I think he was. I'm pretty
I
sure.
think so.
Sure.
It
So
is so.
you you arrive at Belbrook Keep. You both note that it is significantly more heavily guarded than you have ever seen it before.
Hmm.
Arriving at the gate, the guards there, one comes up to you and state your business.
Pulls out his Vanguard. I have business with the High Commander. It's Douglan McKayne here to see Dragana.
You can see them all shoot each other very quick looks. Yes, Douglan, we will have you in just a moment. They
Right.
they enter. Short moment later, they take your horses, stable them, and one of the vanguard there takes you into the keep, taking you into a fair-sized common room. This common room is filled with all kinds of historical memorabilia from the vanguard. There is a seating area there. The room is empty when you first enter, and shortly after you arrive in the room, Dragana enters. Now she looks
Man.
very different
Oh shit.
than when you visited her at Fangnor Citadel. At Fangnor Citadel, now she is an elf, just as a reminder. You know, she was
Mhm.
wearing her full Vanguard ornamental armor. Her
Mhm.
hair was all tightly braided. Um, as she enters now, she's just wearing a dress, hair down, looking almost
Cash.
casual. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
she comes in, closes the door behind her, and I would like to begin by thanking you very much for answering my request for a meeting. Please be seated. Can I get anyone a drink?
I'm okay.
I have some
Um,
very fine elven wine that I brought with myself. Maggie kind of looks, uh, and I will have a glass,
Maybe I'll have some tea if you have tea ready.
of course. And you, Douglan, anything for you?
well, if it's going to be that type of visit, I'll take a little the hard stuff if you got it.
Indeed. Um, she goes to the door, speaks to someone about tea, pours everyone else a drink from the little bar there.
Douglan hates wine, by the way, because he frickin' grew up
Right.
all
Oh
around
yeah, I
it
can only
with his
imagine.
freaking
I don't
father-in-law.
care what kind of wine it is. I don't want
No,
any.
no.
You all have a seat, and Dragana, she looks she looks almost pained. Um, I've asked you all here because I feel that I must confide in you over the situation that the Vanguard are facing. Quite frankly, we are struggling to stay on top of the growing doom situation throughout Emathan. It may surprise you to know that the number of Vanguard in Emathan is considerably less than is believed. There are fewer than 5,000 now spread across Emathan. Because they are so spread out, it is easy to give the impression that that there are many more Vanguard than there actually are.
Hmm.
You see, interest in the Vanguard's fight against the Dooms is waning. The rich families that have sent their soldiers and their money to fight for the cause are losing interest. Many falsely believe that there is no longer any real threat.
Hmm.
Commander Rainier was not the first high-ranking Vanguard to be ousted as a Doom agent. In fact, there have been far too many, and I apologize for not being forthright with you when we last spoke. Our ability to continue the fight against the Dooms is at risk. If the Dooms are allowed to ally with the Githyanki, and the Githyanki are able to gain a foothold in Emathan, the Vanguard will lose this fight.
Okay. It seems to me that maybe what needs to happen then is to re-strategize how you are using your resources. So if you feel that the Vanguard are spread too thin, then it needs to be regrouped and maybe applied in a more strategic manner. Perhaps with the aid of this map, and I'll bring out the map that shows all the portals locations, maybe you could devise a strategy on how to better use your resources. And explain what's going on with the map and stuff.
Dragana is she's shocked by the information that this map provides. You can see at first she's wordless. She stands up, she goes and pours herself another glass of wine, and she comes to stand in front of the fireplace in the room, looking back at you all, and she says, "It has become clear to me that if the Vanguard are to have any chance to defeat the Dooms and the Githyanki, we need to ally with those that would become protectors of what remains good in the world against those that would take it away or destroy it. I ask that you join us and become one of those protectors. I ask that you take an oath to join the Vanguard as allies and to help protect Emathan's good people. Will you do this?" Now, Douglan, as she says these words, your heart just about stops. These are the exact words that Gath said to you when you took the oath of the Protector.
Oh, snap.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Douglan, are you having a heart attack?
How did you come by these words, Dragana?
I do not know. They just came to me.
And who are you asking to take this oath?
I am asking you three.
What if I were to tell you I've already made this oath?
I do not understand.
He's gonna bring out the amulet of Gath. I've said those exact things. And now you're asking the three of us to take that oath as well?
I am asking that the three of you join us as allies in protecting the good people of Emathan.
For my part, I'm already on board. I'm on this team already, Dragana.
Yes, I would say that, of course, I am here to help Emathan, and I am very willing to take this oath for the Vanguard, with maybe some caveats, because
Some fine print.
well, we might not be able to like join the ranks and march with the soldiers and follow orders.
I am not
Right.
asking you to join the Vanguard. I am asking you to join us as allies.
I see. So I'm just wondering, what are you hoping to achieve by formally having us take the oath? Because I mean, you must know based on our journeys and you know what we've been doing, that we are obviously on board with protecting Emathan. So I'm wondering, what is your hope for us being?
There are things that I believe need to be done that the Vanguard cannot do. We are stretched too thin already. I know that you are able to move quickly and freely throughout Emathan, and that you have handled yourself very well in many very tricky and dangerous situations. You have proven the type of people that could help us win this war. I will need to enlist more like you if we have any chance. They must move quickly and effectively outside of the ranks of a military organization
I
to
see.
achieve things that we cannot do in a timely fashion.
So you wish to more or less centralize a united group for the cause of the Vanguard and what it represents.
Indeed.
So perhaps we could also enlist people as we venture forth.
I would most certainly hope that you too can add to your ranks.
Hi, Commander. In addition to what Kogaan was saying about portals here, and at least with the current resources that you have, focusing on that instead of just an appearance of might, if you will. You also might want to take a page out of the Dooms book, and obviously, aside from us, start enlisting those that you just don't know that they're vanguards, if you know what I'm saying. We could reach out to our old friend Nightingale and their network. That lad could be whoever you want and get in anywhere to get whatever information you need. Things like that. Thinking outside of the box instead of your traditional military setup, which I know you and I are well familiar with. But going back to this, my oath has been made. I'm a vanguard and I'm a protector. I don't know what else I need to say other than that.
You do not need to say anything. I need people like you who move outside of the Vanguard ranks. We, as a military organization, are slow. We are spread thin, protecting people as we can. But I will need to enlist many more like you. The fact, Douglan, that we are having this conversation is me working outside of the box, thinking outside of the box. I can no longer rely on my own organization to win the war ahead. It will take many more like us to do so.
Understood.
She comes and sits back down. To that end, I do have something I will need you to look into for me immediately.
He will say he's going to turn to Maggie and ask, so, lass, you all in?
But she was a Vanguard already.
I know.
I'm all in,
But
Father.
the High Commander's asking for a specific understanding of what's going on.
I am all in.
All right. Just as a, if you noticed, lass, I waited to tell you about all the things that we know. You may want to keep things close to the vest. All right.
So, Dragana seated, she says, the Githyanki have established a stronghold in Easterly. Their presence there has gone unchallenged due to the region's focus on the war with the Iceborne orcs. It is our belief that the Githyanki have a portal at this location that allows them to travel between Emathan and the Between. Looking at your map would most certainly confirm our concerns. If this is the case, the portal must be destroyed.
Okay.
The Vanguard have fewer than 500 soldiers in this region, and they are occupied in helping to defend the region against the advancing Iceborne orcs. We need you to do whatever is necessary to destroy the portal to ensure it cannot be used to bring Githyanki armies into Emathan.
Right. What do you know about the stronghold?
Very
Numbers?
little at this point. We have had agents who have observed it. It has different numbers of soldiers at different times. This is what gave us the concerns of a portal, which I do believe your map now confirms. Will you be able to do this?
It's the Kogaan.
I mean, our schedule just freed up. So, yeah, I think so.
Ready to get back on that ship? Yeah.
Yep.
I do understand this is your first time back in the region for some time, and that Douglan, you will want to spend some time with your family. This is something of an urgent matter, but it is not a leave immediately situation. The stronghold isn't going anywhere.
My commander, if I can get an evening with my family, it's more than I could wish for. I mean, for my part, I've made my peace with my role, as have my family. I'm sure they're not happy about it, but they understand. So for my part, I'll be ready in the morning.
Excellent. Then we will see how we fare on this first mission, shall we call it?
Hi, Commander. To go with, let's just say, our flexibility, our ability to move fast and quiet, is there some way we, Kogaan and myself, can communicate directly and only with you?
Of course, I could have sending stones arranged for our use, if that would be agreeable.
We can't keep coming back for new orders, especially if there's something that pops up that's, you know, in
Other side
far,
of the continent. Yeah.
it's time wasted. And the whole point of this is that we can stamp out fires as they start.
Agreed.
So yeah, if we could, I won't say no to that. Kogaan, remind me to make little notes of who the sending stones are going to. We don't want to prank call
Start
somebody.
carving them into
Put some
some
labels
runes
on them. Yep.
Yeah.
I could make some runes. Yep.
Yeah. So we know we're called. Let's see. We got one for Murfitz, we got one for Obadiah, and now we got one for High Commander, right? Are those the three?
Obadiah and Murfitz share
Yeah.
one, but yeah,
Oh,
we made
Murfitz has the one
Yeah.
to Obadiah. You have
Yeah.
one to Murfitz, and now you'll have one
Yeah.
to. So, Dragana, I will arrange for the stones at once. While we wait, Douglan, Commander Barlor would like to see you privately. He is in his office, just down the hall to the left. If you would like to visit with him, I will keep everyone else company and make arrangements for the sending stones.
Do I have to worry about him being vetted?
No, I am comfortable that the commander is fully on board with us.
Well, if you hear loud crashing, come a running. All right. He'll head down.
All right. You walk down the hallway, enter the office.
Divine sense.
What's that?
He wants to
Activate
read divine sense. Protection from evil.
So the commander is seated at his desk. He stands. Please, Douglan, have a seat. There are some things I need to speak with you about.
Fire away.
As you know, Maggie has been enlisted as a second lieutenant. She is third in command of the company protecting Tianchar Winery under the guidance of Captain Arden and Lieutenant Rycroft. She is doing fabulously. You have trained her well. That is why we started her at the rank of a second lieutenant. Douglan, you notice, like, the commander is sweating bullets. He gets up from his desk. There is another matter that I need to speak with you about. Well, you see,
He likes her. He freaking likes her.
Maggie and I have been seeing each other for some time, and
Douglas slowly reaches for his halberd. I'm sorry?
I would like to ask for Maggie's hand in marriage.
Will. That took a turn.
Kogaan, when Douglan left, you noticed Maggie went white.
Maggie, are you sick? Is everything okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
So the Commander Barlor is white himself, just standing there, looking at you.
Douglan waits a very uncomfortable amount of time. Like, it stretches while he processes this, right? He just came from this beautiful village with hatchlings and happiness and all that stuff. And now this punk is asking my daughter.
This punk.
Well, Commander, I will have to speak with Maggie before I give you any, but quite frankly, it's not mine to give.
She's already said yes with your approval.
I see. I'll tell you what. Let me speak with her. All right? And we'll see where it goes from there.
Of course, I understand.
Is that all?
Yes, sir.
He just turns and walks back down the hall and keeps going.
meanwhile, Kogan's like, looks like you're going to marry a doom or something. Are you okay?
All right, gents. I think that's where
Oh,
we'll
man.
put a period on it for
Gosh
tonight.
darn it. Gosh darn
Awesome.
it. You had to throw this at me. Shit. Oh, God, that's good. That is fucking good, dude. I love it. I freaking love it. My
All
God.
right. Yeah,
I mean,
so
at
that
first
is
I was like, uh-oh, he's sweating. Is he gonna change something? I'm like, no, he likes Maggie. I knew it. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
So a little bit ahead of you there now. You're now in
Mhm.
alliance with the Vanguard, which to a certain
Yep.
degree you were already, but Dragana is asking to lean on you even harder in
Yeah.
assisting the Vanguard. You have
Official now.
your first mission ahead of you. So we will take that up next session and call it a night.
Sweet.
So thanks, guys. I'll sign us out, and we're going to have a little quick chat to finish off our night. Thanks.